Welcome back to Breakaway, everyone. We are at the Imperial Center for Arts and Sciences, which is a 145,000 square foot facility that is truly one of the premier cultural facilities on the Eastern Seaboard. And with me today is Maureen Daly. Maureen, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
Now, Maureen, I know that this entire historic renovation took over 2 years.
It did.
Tell us about that.
Well, it was a rather lengthy process. The building that in which we're standing at present used to be part of the Imperial Tobacco Processing Plant. And when the city identified this particular old warehouse, if you will, as a site for a new cultural complex following the devastation from Hurricane Floyd, the process was set in motion. We had a bit of time that was kind of a quiet phase when interior work was done, some asbestos was removed. There was some architectural pieces that had previously been compromised that were reinforced. And then about 2 years that people were really understood the activity that was going on here. We saw a lot more construction workers, a lot more materials on site, and we saw a lot of changes on a daily basis.
And now it is literally a state-of-the-art facility.
It is. It's extraordinary.
And you offer so much here with the Art Center and the Children's Museum and the theater. To start off, tell us a little bit about the Art Center.
Sure. Well, now the Art Center, first off, the Art Center this year starts out with a new name. We had one of our charter members, who unfortunately is no longer with us, left us a lovely bequest. And so we've taken her name. We're now the Maria V. Howard Art Center in Rocky Mount. But the Art Center is comprised of 9 art galleries, the theater, and the education buildings.
And when we came in today, we actually saw the theater director, and he had a group, and he is wonderful with those kids.
He is.
And they were having a great time.
Right. Well, we walked into over 200 kids, kind of making their way through the entire place, whether it be on the Science Center side or the galleries or the theater. Yeah, it is a great time.
It's definitely a busy place here.
It is. There's a lot of great energy to it, and there's nothing like being able to share something that you're passionate about with youngsters. And I know I can speak on the Art Center side specifically. Part of the mission of the Art Center is to grow the audiences and the artists for the future. And that is all about getting kids to come in here and kids to bring their parents in here and to take part. It's just about taking part. Come and see something. And if you don't like this, there's something else you will like. You might not like to draw, but maybe your thing is painting or paper mache or checking out the galleries or doing a show or working backstage. The opportunities are pretty much endless.
They are endless.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned with the theater, there are just so many different kinds of productions that could really be engaging for families of all ages.
Absolutely.
You have musicals, you have dramas, comedies, children's performances.
Absolutely. It's pretty wide open. A good portion of that theater programming is truly the Rocky Mount community theater programming. So we really are looking for things that challenge the volunteers that come in to perform, the volunteers that come in to help us backstage and in running crew kind of situations, as well as challenging our audience. So we want to find something that you're familiar with and you're comfortable with, so that we can encourage a sense of trust. We're going to give you good work. We're going to do an excellent job, and you don't ever have to worry about what we're offering your family.
You mentioned families, and another aspect of the family-friendly aspect is coming to the Children's Museum.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
what a wonderful event to bring your family and engage with your kids where they're learning and they're also having a lot of fun. Tell us a little bit about
Always fun.
the Kids Museum.
Well, the Children's Museum and Science Center has been part of the Rocky Mountain landscape for a huge number of years, one of the first and best in this state. They have an annual exhibition that changes over every January, so you'll find us quiet for a few months in January while we actually make this huge changeover. And then they have a brand new exhibit that they open up to the public. And they do all kinds of wonderful workshops. And they have the state's first digital planetarium, the Cummins Planetarium.
Which is very neat.
Which is
very
really
neat.
extraordinary.
It really
If you've never gotten to see a digital planetarium show, I mean, how easy is it in your own neighborhood to just drive down the block and get to see it?
Yeah.
And then they have a live animal gallery, an exhibition gallery. So they have a little bit of everything. That doesn't even touch then what's on the second floor.
Where they have, I love it. My kids love the mini workout gym.
Right, the Kidsium.
And they have a lot of different activities where they can just play and stuff. But it is so much fun.
Well, you know, it's how so many people learn. You learn by doing, and you learn by participating. You just have to get in there, and you just got to go for it. There's no right or wrong. Just go in there and have a good time. And pretty much it becomes a part of your life. And then just visiting us every opportunity you get, we're going to be the default. There's so much to do.
And you mentioned visiting. Do you have groups, I can imagine, well, like today, organizations, churches, schools. How far away do they come?
Oh my gosh. Well, we pull from, and I know the Children's Museum is a part of this huge poll too. They pull from, I think, directly in terms, if you're talking about school field trips, from something like 20 or 25 Eastern North Carolina counties. We're pulling people on the Art Center side. They do juried art shows that are international in scope. So you're pulling artists from China and from Australia.
That is impressive.
It's pretty extraordinary. And then theatrically, typically we're a little closer to home. We're a little more of a regional kind of draw. You might come from Raleigh or Greenville.
And you mentioned affecting people in Rocky Mount. I think another way that they do that is through Downtown Live, just bringing people together.
It's great.
That is very exciting, a lot of great events.
Right.
Give us some examples of those.
Well, so in the summertime, we're looking at what we really would like to do is encourage our community to come downtown. We are what you might call the north side of downtown. We're kind of in this cultural center with the library right across the street from us. So you have the library and the art center and the Children's Museum and Science Center all right here. So what we do in the summertime, we just started, in fact, on May 5th. On alternating Thursdays through the summertime, we invite a big band to come in and play. So we're doing concerts. Well, we kicked off with the Embers. We've got, who do we have coming up? Craig Woolard is coming up. We've got Jim Quick and Coastline coming up. The Tams are coming to visit us again. We have beach music, party music. We invite people to come. And when I say invite, I truly mean invite. It's a freebie. All you have to do is come.
And just show up.
Yeah,
and you can bring your families, I understand?
You bring your families, you bring your lawn chairs. There are food vendors on site, and good food vendors, people that you can trust, people that your kids will have something to eat. Chick-fil-A is here, Pizza Hut is here. There are things for the adults to drink, things for the kids to drink. There's a big dance floor. You spend the night with music and dancing. What's better? And
there's also sometimes activities that are even geared for the kids that are all around.
Yeah, right, and so the museum is going to be open. The Children's Museum and the galleries are open for a little bit. So if you get here early, doors open. We invite people to start coming in at 5. Start the music about 6. We play music till 8:30. So it's a pretty full night. But if you're getting here a little bit early, you got places to go and to visit. And I'll tell you then, on the flip side of that, once school is out, so this year starting on June 10th, if it is not a week that we're doing concerts, then we are doing an outside movie. So starting on June 10th, that Friday night, every other Friday through the summertime, as long as our kids are out of school, we're going to be showing a movie. We have a huge screen, like a 25-foot screen. It's a blow-up screen.
And the kids love it.
Up.
The kids love that.
It is incredible. You know it, absolutely.
Well, Maureen, it has been such a pleasure having you on the show today, and we appreciate you sharing all the wonderful things that the Imperial Center has to offer.
Well,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
And if you have not been out to visit the Imperial Center for Arts and Sciences, I hope that you will come from all over. It really is a great gym that we have in this community in downtown Rocky Mount. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.